What up, y'all? We are here. What the hell's going on here? Here we go. What up, y'all? We are live. Welcome everybody here. We're going to talk about Janet Jackson's boss move. Janet moving like a real boss. The difference between a boss move and that fake stuff that they be throwing our way. We about to get it in. I'll be back in 1 second. Let's go.
You're listening to Hotep Ish with your host, Dwann B. Intelligent Ish Talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
What up, y'all? I'm over here I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and go live. I'm over here looking for my chat overlay, and I cannot find my chat overlay. Oh, there it is. Now I see you niggas. I didn't see y'all. What up? I'm not looking into YouTube. I got my interface I'm using, so it has its own separate chat box, and I'm over here putting the intro music in. Like, hold on, I gotta talk to I want to see what these cats is talking about. I'm live from inside. See, I can't really be on my porch in the daytime. It's too goddamn active. You dig what I'm saying? Too much traffic. I live right down the street from a damn fire station, so every 20 minutes. All right, man. All right. Let me smoke my 2 or 3 blunts before I go live and come on into my home studio with the good mic, the short mic, and the interface, and the good audio sound that sounds really good to you guys listening through podcasts later on. Welcome. Y'all just, all I know is this. Y'all better get y'all candles from lightthemood.com. You dig it? I the link, because y'all been telling me the link is actually in the description, because y'all be like, I be getting people calling me, texting me like, you always talk about the candles. Where do I get them? I say it every time, but I guess you know how things are in your mind. You say you hear it and you don't hear it. So I put the link in the description box, lightthemood.com, and use my product code WeedSmoke22 for your discount. The link, the discount code, all that shit's in the description. And y'all know I have my live show coming up real soon. Next Saturday, February 25th, it's me live. Next Saturday, February 25th. Well, let me shut up and show you real fast. Oh, the hell? Hold on. It's not coming up. What in the hell? It's right here. Here we go. Shit, there you go. Here we go. Right here, goddammit.
Gas up.
You gonna definitely want to come to this show.
I tell you where y'all need to go.
Where, nigga? Spit it out.
Comedy Chateau, February 25th, 10 p.m. Get your tickets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting stage show you've ever went to see. Appearing live.
Dwann B, Camira White, Larry Goodwell, Slink Johnson. The Comedy Chateau, 4615 Lancashire Boulevard, North Hollywood, California.
This ain't your traditional stand-up comedy show.
Nope.
This is the Dwann B Live. A whole new thing.
He ain't lying.
Ignorant ass, educated infotainment, motherfucker. Get your tickets right now. Get your shit right now. Now let me get my preacher music on, and we are going to get started. See? All right, cool. Here we go. Welcome. We going to be talking about Janet Jackson's Boss Move. Again, welcome to the chat room, mods and non-mods. Saints and sinners, welcome. Regulars and non-regulars, midgets and dwarfs, welcome to you all. Ugly people and pretty people, fat people and skinny people. Only thing is, I only welcome the fat people that took a shower though. Yeah, I'm a fat guy, so I can set some fat rules. You know, if you're a fat dude, make sure you took a shower sometime in the last 12 hours, because when you fat motherfuckers go more than 18 hours without getting some fresh water put on your ass, y'all get to smelling, you know, real bad, like spoiled pork. So make sure, you know, you skinny niggas can go a little longer between showers, but you fat niggas, make sure you washed every crack and crevice of your ass before you came up in here. Because you can be big, we just don't want to smell you. You feel me? So Janet Jackson, for those of you who don't know, she was supposed to be at the Grammys. She was supposed to be at the Grammys. Well, not, she wasn't supposed to be. She was asked to be at the Grammys, and she said no. Our sister Janet Jackson pulled off a real boss move. So I wanted to make sure I took some time to point out the move that she just made this past week. Because we live in an era right now to where the celebrities of today are basically hoes for the dollar. Today's A-list celebrity, the ones who get the musicians that get the publication, the highlights. All you gotta do is tell Jay-Z we're done kneeling and he's gonna come work for the NFL and tell you it don't matter that shit didn't change. I got some money. We should celebrate. Y'all see how they usually go with black folks? Usually it's one nigga that gets the money, then when he gets the bag, he says, we should celebrate. I'm not with it. I'm not saying people shouldn't get their bags. Get your bags. But if you earn that bag with no dignity, if that bag doesn't come with a side of integrity, then I don't necessarily respect you. Now, my level of respect for you doesn't mean anything when it comes to you spending that bag. You know, me not respecting you ain't gonna change a dollar that you got. Spend it and spend it away. My opinion don't matter about you at all. Spend your money. But somebody like me who is a social commentary, yes, that's what I do. I make commentary on the day's events and history. Those who do take the bag and say we're done kneeling don't get the same level of respect over here as those that say, fuck your bag, I got principles. And I'm not telling people to be broke. You got to make your bread. I'm not, you make whatever the decision you want to make. But just understand whatever decision you make, especially when you're in the public eye, will be scrutinized and analyzed. Because, hey, it's only fair, right? When you do something great, you put all that shit in your albums, don't you? Now I'm parking in my own arena. When it's time to be recognized, you right up front. You got the most Grammys of all time. Woo, give me my awards. That's fine. But over here, the Grammys, the album sales, the national TV exposure don't mean shit if you don't find something to stand on. And what better thing to stand on than standing on yourself? Standing on your own 2 feet. Let's take a trip down memory lane and let's talk about how we got here and where we need to go. So, if you look on the screen here, Janet Jackson Grammy Awards talks break down because of fallout over Super Bowl 38 and CBS. What are they talking about? They're talking about this punk motherfucker Les Moonves. Les Moonves was the head of CBS at the time of Nipplegate. Les Moonves, for those of you who are too young to remember or were hiding under a rock somewhere, in Super Bowl 38, Janet Jackson was performing, and while performing, she was assaulted by Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake, for no reason at all, pulled out Janet Jackson's titty. Live for the world to see. There were no women's groups saying, hey, why did that white man pull that woman's titty out on TV? Nobody came to Janet's defense. Nobody came to Janet's defense. Nobody. No, everyone acted like, everyone wanted to act like Janet pulled the titty out herself. Everyone wanted to act like Janet planned to have her titties on TV. You even had Chris Rock corny ass making a joke about it. Remember Chris Rock's stand-up special that dropped right after this? I can't believe Janet Jackson showing a titty. Janet, how you pull a titty out? Chris Rock has always found a way to make his jokes point black towards black people, haven't he? Oh yeah, I don't hold back. And I love Chris Rock as a comedian. He's one of the all-time greats as far as stand-up comedy goes. But just because you're an all-time great, don't mean I'm not gonna say what I need to say. Because I speak for black people, not famous people. Chris Rock was wrong. Chris Rock has a very, 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 very long track record of saying things that are Will Smith slap-worthy. And I see a lot of these punk-ass comics out here, man, you can't tell a joke no more. You don't talk about people's family. I'm not saying Will Smith should have did it or shouldn't did it. Like y'all, I broke that down last year when it happened. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is on it. Fact is, there's one simple rule, and y'all who listen to me regularly know what that rule is. Leave other people's bitches alone. I got that from Erykah Badu when I went to go see her live at the Hollywood Bowl. Well, she always says that. She has a partner in her live show where she says, leave other people's bitches alone. Simple. Don't fuck with other people's women. After that, I don't give a fuck what you think. They gave Justin Timberlake a pass. And then when it happened, this is how you knew it was some bullshit when it happened. No one, I saw, that's back when I was dedicated to watching football back then. I saw the shit live. I didn't see no titty come out. They cut that camera so fast. They cut that camera so fast. First off, why is Janet even sharing a stage with Justin Timberlake? Look at him. That's assault. Shouldn't that have been assault? Shouldn't. Do you see Janet pulling out her own titty? No. The white boy is. The culture vulture. He the one pulling out titties. They cut that shit so goddamn fast. So, I remember I was in college when this happened. This was 2003. This was my last semester at Santa Monica College. Going into Cal State Northridge later on that year to finish off my university studies. And we talked about this in class. And I remember having all of these. This is when I started to really this is when you was young, when you young in college. Especially those of us who went to the college or late 90s, early 2000s. It was real easy to get caught up on that liberal train, College is a liberal bastion. The conservatives wasn't shit because you had Bush in office and they really wasn't shit. So before I found myself and thought that political ideologies was the way to go, before I did that, I listened to what these sorry ass liberals were saying. But I remember being in class, I had all my major was, I was a liberal arts major too. Comm studies, man, all my teachers was motherfucking liberals. As liberal as they were, and they're all feminists too. All my women teachers were feminists. Feminists here, feminists there, feminists every goddamn where. Did none of them feminists come to Janet Jackson's defense? And back when this happened, I'm giving you young niggas a context of the times. These white folks ain't changed. All school, they was liberal this, black people would need to, and white people, intersectionality. They didn't have the word intersectionality back then. It was a very common concept to say, there's an intersection between black women and immigration. They would say there's an intersection between, but the term intersectionality at that time had not become a coined phrase. That came as you got into the 2010s, late 2009s after I graduated. But 2002, intersectionality wasn't really a term. But that was definitely a concept that we discussed in school. But when Janet Jackson's titty came out, all them rows of intersection was gone. I'm like, intersectionality where? Like, y'all was just talking feminism here, feminism there, feminism everywhere. But when this white man pulled out a titty, all of a sudden, they would say shit like, well, that was wrong and Justin Timberlake shouldn't have done that. But Janet Jackson probably shouldn't have, she wore something. That thing was fake. How does a piece of garment come off? They have expensive clothes. They was coming up for every goddamn excuse to not blame Justin Timberlake. You dig what I'm saying? So I remember when the fallout happened, when the next few, like this shit went on for a long time. At the time, I'm thinking something's wrong. Something is wrong. Why are we still talking about Janet Jackson's titty a year after this shit happened? Next Super Bowl come, y'all still talking about her titty from last year. Man, I'm gonna do something. Hey, and the person listening, oh well, whatever. Y'all know sometimes you get people. Sometimes like me producing this show, you get people that write all kind of long ass, stupid ass comments. So somebody just wrote a long ass soliloquy in my last two videos, and they spelled my name wrong. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete both comments. Because the last thing I need is somebody running their mouth too goddamn long and they can't spell my name right. So, delete! If you're the person that wrote that long ass comment and you should have been listening live, but for the person who just wrote that long ass comment on my last two videos, I hope it didn't take you too long because that motherfucker's gone. Back to today's program. No, because I hate they were making a comment about my music when I was talking about music the other day. And y'all know when I talk about music, it's my opinion. I'm not. Let me tell people who listening right now, because we will be talking some music later on. Just like we're talking about Beyonce right now and Janet Jackson and Jay-Z and Rihanna. We're gonna talk a little bit about all that stuff. Let me tell y'all something right now for those of you listening. And I'm gonna say this as nice as possible. I don't give a fuck about your opinion, okay? Now, if you want to have a discussion and you be like, hey, bro, I like something, no, that's cool. But if you come around telling me, well, I think this and I think that, and you should have put it this way, you should have said it that way. Delete. I ain't about to argue with nobody over my opinion. Fuck out of here. If you don't like my opinion, and this is somebody, and I'm going to get back into it. What's up, Mama Zeke? What's up, Breeze and Quan? I had somebody the other day. I sent out an email blast, and there was somebody who used to listen to the show. I'm not gonna call them out and call their name, but it was a regular that was here in the chat that you don't see anymore. That you still might see in the 5150 and the Craig Facts and those chat rooms, but they used to be a regular here. And that motherfucker got mad at me because when I talk about music, I say hip hop didn't really bring anything new to the table outside of an electronic interpretation of the music that came before it. And the dude was like, man, no, it bring the boop bap sound. It keep bringing the boop bap. And y'all in the chat room, y'all might know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to call dude's name out. But he kept saying that. And every time I talk about hip-hop, he would just flood the chat room. You keep forgetting the boom bap sound. So one day I was like, look, bruh, if you think the boom bap sound is that big of a difference and made that big of a change, cool. You have a YouTube channel, obviously, because you're listening to mine. Click that button, go live, and explain yourself. And go find an audience that wants to hear. That little bit of thing made that motherfucker get mad. That motherfucker delete. Because when I saw the response, I was like, oh, that's that dude. I didn't even know this dude ain't really been around until I saw that response. Then I looked at my Facebook, they're like, that nigga blocked. I'm like, oh shit, that nigga was mad. Nigga was really mad. I told him I don't disagree. I'm not going to agree or disagree. Just go preach the word on your own time on your own channel. Don't preach to me. And that was enough to piss this nigga off. Breeze, you probably do know who it is because you be in them same chat rooms. What's up, Kenneth Berry? Yeah, I'm not going to call old dude's name out. But, yeah, I was like, oh, that nigga was... Then when I saw that, I was like, damn. That nigga used to be in the chat room every show for like a long time. And in a minute, all it took was for me to say one time, go do it yourself, leave me alone, for this nigga to just flip. Like, all right. Well, I'm going to say that to anybody else listening. If it's a particular area you feel like I'm missing out on, if it's a particular area you don't agree with me with and think I should be saying this instead of that, fine, I'm not going to argue with you. That means you have to now open up your YouTube channel like I did, because I didn't find nobody out there talking music from my point of view and the perspective I see it from. I've been here on YouTube as a listener since day one. That's why my channel seems so old. I didn't start actively posting on it until, I didn't start continuously posting on it till June 2020. But it had been around because I was listening to a lot of motherfuckers. But wasn't nobody talking about music the way I seen it. So instead of going into Tariq's chat room and arguing with him, instead of going into 5150 chat room and arguing with Corey, instead of going into the 85 South chat room and arguing with them niggas, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start using this same YouTube channel I use to look up shit to start talking some shit. And at the time, I had 35 subscribers. 35, count them. June 2020, I had 35 motherfuckers that hit the subscribe button. So, now we got close to 15,000 and 2.5 years later. So I'm saying that as a message to everybody out there. If somebody on YouTube, if you got a voice inside of you that's telling you this point of view needs to get out, this point of view needs to get out, it's not going to get out through another nigga. That shit going to get out through you. And if you can't articulate the point to where people want to hear it, that means two things. Maybe you're just not a good speaker or your point sucks. Sometimes you have a sucky point of view. Put it out there and see if people rally around it. But don't get in my goddamn chat room running your mouth. Back to what we talking about. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, Amara? Yeah. So, and shouts out to all the jokes that are falling flat in the chat room. Keep trying, brothers. Keep trying. Thank you, Antoine. I had to do it myself because no one was speaking people was talking a lot about hip hop. You know, I wasn't nobody talking about the correlation between disco and house. Wasn't nobody talking about hip hop from the point of view of being a child of all music that came before it. Everyone was othering hip hop from the blues. I got frustrated listening to all these people talk about music, but never tie it all in together. So I say, you know what? If it is to be, it is up to me. So since no one else is tying all of our music in together, God damn it, that's going to be my job. And that made me create my Black American music tree. This came because I said, you know what? I'm not about to be talking shit to other people and telling them what they should be doing. I'm going to do it my motherfucking self. So I created this beauty for you guys to explain to everyone the beauty of our music and where it comes from, the roots of it. And I added in not only the dance music, not only the arranged quartet, not only the folk spiritual, but stand-up comedy, spoken word. Ain't nobody breaking it down like that, nigga. But that's because this is my point of view and my perspective. Can't nobody break down my perspective better than me. The same way I can't break down your perspective better than you. So, message to everybody out there. If somebody on YouTube ain't saying something you want to say, instead of arguing in their chat room, in their inbox, go do it your fucking self, like I did. And you can buy that shirt at incenseandashtrays.com/shop. Dwann B. The Dwann B shop is the Dwann B mega store is coming real soon, where all of my stuff that's on Incense and Ashtrays and Hotep is gonna get combined. I'm also gonna add my music sample packs and everything that I'm selling. Alright. Larry Smith, you spelled my name wrong on purpose. You bright teeth, dark skinned motherfucker. This screen look like Larry Smith. Y'all see Larry Smith in the chat room? Look at him. His face and look at the screen. This is Larry Smith's face and this is Tifa's. Sorry ass nigga, you. Anyway, now where's my, there we go. So, let's go back down into this whole Les Moonves. S-Rep, the posters are available on incenseandashtrays.com/shop. You can definitely get your poster, my brother. You can get your poster. Watch. Let me show you right here. Let me show you how this works. You can get your Black American movie tree poster. Go to incenseandashtrays.com/shop. We got the tree t-shirt. We got the canvas. We got the paper poster. And we got the frame poster. That's free shipping with the frame. Look, those some good ass prices for a big ass picture right there. And you get the free shipping. Come on now. Stop fucking around. Don't be a clown and buy it from Dwann Brown. I hope Larry's still here. That piss him off. I appreciate the super chat, Chill Will. Yes, sorry, man. You appreciate it, my brother. For real, for real. Stay fly. Quanis. Even Larry Smith, whole ass. Y'all appreciate it. Breeze Omega. But back to what we talking about. Les the Molester Moonves. So Les Moonves, the man who eventually got kicked out of CBS because he was fondling on women and doing all kind of creepy, weird shit. Weirdo ass motherfucker. Oh, weird bastard. He had a personal thing about Janet Jackson. This molesting motherfucker intentionally tried to destroy Janet Jackson's career after the Super Bowl, which begs me a question. If it was in Moonves' intention to destroy her career after the Super Bowl, This is just a question. I'm not saying it happened. I don't know. I wasn't there. Like I told y'all before, I was in college and I was working at the bank, Washington Mutual. I was a bank loan officer at the time, so I don't know. I'm just asking a question. But since Justin Timberlake didn't get in any trouble and Justin Timberlake pulled the titty out, is it plausible that Moonves and or CBS could have been in cahoots with Justin Timberlake to pull out Janet Jackson's titty? I'm just asking, is that possible? Or is that just something that's way outside the realm of possibility? Is it within the realm of possibility that someone who obviously had a vendetta for Janet Jackson, is it plausible that they had something to do with setting that black woman up? See, I haven't heard nobody asking these questions. That's why I created my own goddamn YouTube channel. Again, for you bitter niggas out there. I ain't heard nobody asking that question. So instead of going to other people's inbox and emailing motherfucking Joe Budden telling him to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Let 200 people listen to it. Shit. But I'm just going to ask that question. I want that in the minds of us as a people because we know how those folks work. And as we know, after this, Janet Jackson's career basically stalled. Her career stalled. That's right, Stay Fly. Could Justin Timberlake possibly have gotten a check after that mishap? I don't know. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. It says in the shocking new report from the Huffington Post alleges that after Jackson's Super Bowl performance, Moonves became obsessed with ruining her career. Do y'all know how powerful that is for somebody that's running one of the 3 original networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC? Do y'all know how powerful it is for somebody that's the head of one of the most powerful networks in the world to be targeting one individual? Moonves had unlimited resources, unlimited capital, unlimited TV access to offer anyone willing to come up with information to destroy Janet Jackson's career. If you want to go deeper, this article's in GQ. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I want to show you as a reference. You can look on here. You see the motherfucking website. I ain't got nothing to hide here in my browser. Oh, while I got my browser open, make sure you get your tickets next Saturday to see me live. Me, Slink Johnson, Larry Goodwell, Kamira White. This show live. I do this show off the top of my head. So I'm gonna do the same thing live in person for y'all. You dig? As a matter of fact, I might do a ticket giveaway. I think I'm gonna give away two tickets. I think I'm gonna give away 2. I haven't decided what I want y'all to do for those 2 tickets I'm gonna give away. I don't even know why I'm doing to give it away because look, I only got like 30 seats left, y'all. The shit's almost sold out, so I probably even shit. It's probably not even smart for me to do a giveaway, but I think I might give up 2 tickets anyway. But we, for the most part, are already sold out. I got a lot of dope people coming, so come on down. Back to Janet Jackson. Hey, Black McBain, chill, dog, chill. You niggas is wild in the chat room. I got some sorry ass niggas in the chat, boy. Anyway. Yeah, so Janet Jackson had the head of one of the most powerful networks in the world targeting her. See, Janet Jackson didn't have a natural fall off in her career. Janet Jackson didn't release a bad album or 2 bad albums in a row and people be like, oh, what's happened to Janet? No. Janet Jackson was on top. Janet Jackson was destroyed. I appreciate that, Quan. In the chat room, yeah. Janet Jackson was destroyed. So that's why, again, we don't go around, I don't look at accolades when talking about an artist. Nobody, like, and I say this all the time. Beyonce's career thrived in a lot of ways because she didn't have to compete with no one else that's had any other black woman that had a mainstream push. Janet Jackson at one time in her career had a major mainstream push. And around the time Beyonce was leaving Destiny's Child for good this time and going completely out on her own, the one person that was major competition for her was basically kicked up out the paint. Bye, Janet. The same way Janet Jackson had the album I Am Demita Joe, the alternate personality Demita Joe. Y'all remember about 5-6 years later, Beyonce came out with I Am Sasha Fierce. Like, goddamn, you gonna take you got any original bone in your body, lady? Goddamn. This happened to Janet. And so Janet, on the other side of the bullshit, said, you know what? The Grammys wanted to honor Janet. And Janet said, you know what? I did not like the way you treated me. So, you know what? I ain't coming. Look at these 2 fake ass frauds. So, in contrast to what these 2 people would do, who haven't seen a bag that they wouldn't turn down, if it means exposure from white mainstream outlets. You ain't never seen these 2 turn down exposure from a white outlet, have you? They'll turn down some BET exposure. They'll turn down some motherfucking Soul Train Award exposure. They ain't turning down shit. Janet Jackson, in stark contrast to today's A-lister, said, I have principles. And she stood on her square and she didn't go. And that's why I said Janet Jackson made a boss move. A boss don't move just because you throwing a bag their way. A boss don't move just because some white folks are about to put a camera in front of their face. A boss moves when they good in the hell ready to move. And the boss ain't gonna move when the boss is being disrespected. A boss understands, a boss like Janet Jackson, she understands that she is worth far more than any Grammy or anything the Grammys could give her, any honor they could bestow upon her. Janet Jackson is Janet Jackson. None of us are ever going to touch one of her Grammys, but we all going to remember Rhythm Nation. Shit, I remember when Anytime, Any Place came in. Shit. Nigga, that's when I was just cracking my teen years. Y'all know how it is when you young. And your nuts just dropped for the first time. Y'all remember them years? When you were young, 93, shit, I was 12 years old. Nigga, that's that year you start growing hair on your balls. I appreciate the Cash App, Chill Will. I appreciate the Cash App. And y'all could get it, donate to the Cash App too. $ Dwann Brown. You know I can use it to put right back into the show. Make sure that you show me how much you love me. Got 181 people up in this bitch. 160 y'all give a nigga $10. We good. If 160 y'all give a nigga $5, we good. I'm gonna be like the preachers at church. Can I get 1,700? Matter of fact, I want to buy a new jet. Congregation, I want to buy a new jet. Give me some jet money, congregation. No, I'm just playing. I actually went to a church service where a nigga actually said that. Anyway, I'll get to that story later. Janet Jackson is worth far more than that. And she came out, I remember when she came out that Anytime, Any Place, shit. When you 12, man, that Janet album cover, I'll never forget, man. When that album cover came out, with old boy holding her titties, I was 12. You know, when we was in elementary school, we was all like, man, I wish I was one holding her titties. I remember that. We was all like, damn, why couldn't it be me? And you know how it is when you a 12-year-old boy, you lie all the goddamn time. Niggas is like, man, that could have been me, man, but I had to go to school that day. Oh yeah, I Get So Lonely? Man, I remember when I Get So Lonely came out. Nigga, I'm sitting in class. Nigga, when I Get So Lonely came out, that's when the nigga was sitting in history class and math class, trying to get your mind off something, because out of nowhere, you know, when you 12 years old, the wind blowed and your Johnson comes standing up. Then Anytime, Any Place playing in your mind, and then all the girls at that age, they titties is starting to pop out. And you 12, you like, man, but you ain't got no game yet. You 12, so you kind of still, at that age, still kind of scared to talk to girls. Well, you kind of like talk to them on a fun play level, but you kind of scared to like really, really holler at it. Well, I was when I was 12. Some of you niggas is wild. Some of you niggas was raised by pimps and y'all started hollering at girls when y'all was 7. That wasn't me. When I was 12, I was shy than a motherfucker. So all I could do was dream. I wasn't gonna say shit. I wasn't gonna do shit. Not at that age. I'm saying Janet Jackson was a critical part of my life growing up. That's one of the best things about being a young boy. Having a fine-ass woman on TV to look up to and want to do something you ain't never going to really do with her. I appreciate the Cash App, Darius. I appreciate the Cash App, William. Oh, shit, I got another Cash App from Sarah. No, that's not Sarah from 51. Not the Craig Fact Sarah. This Sarah has a different last name. I appreciate the Cash Apps. Yeah, so that's who Janet Jackson is. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, hell yeah. That's right. When you get called to the board to stand up and read out loud when you 12, 13, and your Johnson get hard, and you don't know what the fuck to do. It's like, your turn to read. Now stand. That happened to me in church. Y'all know on Wednesday night Bible study, they would like take a scripture. I mean, there would be a chapter we'd be reading in church. And then it's often like each person read, you read verse 1. John's going to read verse 2. James is going to read verses 5 through 7. Shantae's going to read verses 8 through 15. And then Dwann, and then you timing it. And then when Shantae read hers, you kind of already got a little crush on Shantae. And then she sent up her booty kind of sticking out. You in church thinking all kind of ungodly thoughts while you in the house of God. And I was a real for real Christian, so I'm kind of feeling guilty. Like, man, I'm thinking these thoughts. I'm in church. Now it's my turn to read. Damn. So you kind of put one leg in front of the other. See, luckily for me, by 93, baggy jeans started coming in. You niggas that was raised in the 70s and the 80s with them tight ass jeans, I don't know what y'all did. But for me, my nuts dropped at the time baggy jeans became a thing. So I got to hide a little boomp and a boomp and a boomp and a wham. Just go ahead, put the baggy jeans on, and throw a big ass t-shirt on top. It's 1993, 94. It's the style. You niggas whose nuts dropped when y'all was in 1986, I feel bad for y'all. You niggas have them tight ass 86 jeans on. I appreciate the Cash App, Darius. Man, I fucks with y'all. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, the 70s. Derek Richardson said 70s. Oh, yeah. Y'all 70s niggas? Shit. I see my nuts dropped at the right time, nigga. Baggy jeans is in, boy. I was thinking like, man, if this happened last year in school, if this happened 2 years ago, if this happened before Hammer Pants, oh my God, I would have been embarrassed. So back to what we talking about. We talking about the fallout with Janet Jackson and the boss move that she made. Janet Jackson was disrespected. She was humiliated. And she was flat out done wrong. And a lot of artists get done wrong. Here's the difference. A lot of those artists turn back and do and still break bread with those who did them wrong. Janet said, nah, I'm not going back. So for that, Janet Jackson, we salute you. I salute you. I salute people who stand for something, stand on their own square. I salute you, Janet. And the way I see it, Janet Jackson not showing up because of principle is a much greater honor than showing up and helping CBS out. Because at the end of the day, they need us, the talent, more than we need them. Oh, we're flipping. Quick segue. quick segue. I'm over here because I'm reading the article I just had up, and then I flipped. Why does TMZ have a hip hop section? They got TMZ, sports, shop. They don't have a music section. Just a hip hop section. These motherfuckers. See black people. This is a message to black people. If you're not black, you can listen. But if you get offended, I don't give a fuck. This is how powerful we are. TMZ, with all of its resources in the world, if this was a rock and roll section, if this was country music section, would nobody be fucking reading it? If this was the Ariana Grande, whatever the fuck pop music they label her under section, no. Black culture. Look at how powerful black culture is. Black culture is so powerful that they can't just have a music section. They got to have a hip hop section, which is code word for black people and black music. Black people, this isn't for us. Let me make something very clear, black folks. TMZ's hip hop section, this is not for black people. This is for white people and others non-black. This isn't for us. This is because all of these non-black groups, all they do is focus on what the fuck we got going. TMZ is in the business of making money. They wouldn't have a hip-hop only dedicated section if hip-hop wasn't bringing in the fucking numbers. And TMZ is going big time. They're not looking for a niche black artist. They're looking for worldwide exposure. So they got a hip-hop section. That's how powerful you are, black people. And that's why Janet Jackson can say, fuck the Grammys. I'm doing this on my own. I appreciate the Cash App, Amara. Y'all coming through for a nigga. We got to know that, black people. Janet knows that. Janet knows that. And that's why she's not being played like a fool by a bunch of suckers. You feel me? I want to know what y'all think. I wasn't going to do this, but if y'all are down, you don't have to. I'll keep the phone lines open for a couple minutes. Call in 323-744-7425. 323-744-7425. The last time I told y'all to call in, the goddamn phone lines weren't working right. And I still ain't sure if they're working right or not. So we won't know until one of you niggas call if this phone line working right. I want to know what some of y'all think. Well, that might work. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, what's up, Dwann? Samara.
Oh, what's up, brother? How's it going?
Doing good. Gotta tell you, seeing Janet Jackson doing that, nothing but respect. Love it.
Yeah, man.
That was a boss move. You said it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, thank you. So yeah, it's just most people would just do it but they did do her wrong years ago. And I'm thinking, because I remember like when the first time I was like, dang, or I was thinking like, oh, Justin Timberlake's gonna get in trouble. But now it was the other way around. I'm thinking, wait a minute.
You're right. That was the first time in history the victim of a sexual assault got blamed on TV. And it was she was blamed by all those feminists who going around saying that believe all women. But none of them come to Janet Jackson's defense.
None of them. Yeah, but like I said, man. But I want to say, 'cause I'm at work right now, man. Just keep doing your thing, Dwann. You growing, man.
Yes, sir.
You are the man.
Yes,
but
sir,
you have a good day. Like I said, hopefully you and me can be friends one day.
I appreciate that, man. You have a good one, brother.
You too, Dwann. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate the Cash App, Kelly Martin. I appreciate the Cash App. On Amara Woods with another Cash App. I appreciate y'all, for real. We like Cash Apps over the Super Chat. The Super Chat, they take a third of that shit. But I'm not going to reject anything. So, this was the first time we'd ever seen a woman get assaulted on TV. And no women came to her defense that are on TV. That leads me to believe there was more than going on to it. I don't think Les Moonves woke up one morning and said the next morning and said, hey, let's take Janet Jackson down. My assumption, I don't know. My assumption is there was more going on that led up to her titty being exposed. You dig what I'm saying? So, Janet Jackson, being the boss that she is, turned down CBS, even though Les Moonves is gone, disgraced, out of here. And that's a good thing. And I would love to see more of our entertainers have this level of integrity. Because these media outlets, they seem to only want to deal with black folks when they can shit on black folks. Well, when we stop fucking with them like that, then because I understand on the way up, you got to deal with those people on the way up. I get it. But when they disrespect you and you've already gotten to the top, you can make different decisions. Now, if they haven't disrespected you, then whatever. But when they disrespect you, your people, at some point you got to stand on something. I get everybody's not going to stand on something greater than themselves. I get it. Everybody's not going to stand out on race. Everybody's not going to stand out on handicap, accessible parking, or whatever your cause du jour. But you can at least stand up for yourself. You feel me? With that one, say thank y'all for joining me today. Oh, somebody's called. Nope, phone lines are closed. I told you I'm not going to keep these hoes open for a little bit. Sorry for ya. Phone lines is closed. But I want to thank y'all again for joining. I might come back again live later on. I might do a live from the porch tonight. And just do a Q&A. Depending on how I feel. I might sit on the porch and do a Q&A tonight. And I will be back with the music real soon in Cincinnati Ashtrays. But I want to thank y'all again for joining. And I want y'all to remember this. Stand up for yourself. Love yourself. And remember, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect message is for those willing to pick up the game. I might be back with y'all later on tonight. I holla.